and upholstery and restoration, that kind of came to me because my mother was very frugal when we were growing up. Both my parents were disabled, which ties into it. There wasn't a lot of money at different points in my childhood because they weren't working. And so my mother, who always kept a perfect house, from her wheelchair by the way, my mother always kept a perfect house and was well decorated despite not having lots of money to go out and buy new things. She would refinish things that were purchased secondhand most often. And so that's where it began. And then I met when I was 10 years old, I helped her to recover 2 beautiful shellback love seats that were very difficult to recover, but that's where I kind of learned the upholstery thing. And then when I met my husband, whose family has a great love of antiques, everything sort of came together and I became obsessed with purchasing my own things from antique stores and secondhand, or finding love seats and chairs and things that I had to recover and then sometimes sell or give away. So that's where that kind of comes in.
Very nice, very nice. My second question is from Mr. Bob Glickman. Bob, would you share with the group how long you've been in Toastmasters and what benefits you have gained from being part of this group?
How shall I start? I was introduced to Toastmasters from my boss, who was president of Global Asset Management Group, and he thought that if I'm going to go and give talks around different seminars that I should go to Toastmasters. I never heard of Toastmasters, so I went. And that was just the beginning. I never realized the number of things, attributes that you can improve upon just by being in Toastmasters. Number one, I put it before everything else, is learning to be a team and be so aware of everybody else. One of the hardest lessons in life to learn, and that we all bat for each other. Number two is helping focus much better, not just in speeches, but you become a better listener in general. And finally, the third, I would say, is the opportunities that are open now. Current job, it's much easier for me to get up and speak, and I'm so grateful for being in this wonderful chapter.
Wonderful. My third question is for Ricardo Vasquez. Ricardo, you have listed on your bio that your occupation is full-time student at University of Central Florida. Would you tell us how Toastmasters has helped you currently as a student, or where you see Toastmasters may help you once you get out of school?
Sure. At UCF, I have to do a lot of presentations in my classes, in my clubs. I'm part of the Young Investors Club right now, and in any other of my classes. And for me, there is no difficulty at all standing up in front of my classmates and giving a presentation about whatever the topic is. And for me, that is a great amount of energy and ability and advantage among my other colleagues, because they have a lot of fear and very anxious when they get up on stage and they present about even topics they feel completely comfortable about. So I thank Toastmasters for giving me and improving me on that ability.
And my fourth question is for Miss Denise Ward. Denise, do you have a favorite story or experience with the Articulators Club that you would like to share with this group?
Yes, I do. My favorite story is that my husband, Denny, was a member of Toastmasters for years. I was teaching, and when I could, I would come with him to the Toastmasters meetings. Then, after I retired, he was still a member. I started coming every time, as a visitor, as a visitor, as a visitor, as a guest. One day, Michelle Detloff and someone else came to me and said, "Why don't you join Toastmasters? You've been here so long." You can go just for the CL if you want to. It's either the CC or the CL. I joined Toastmasters and I'm grateful ever since.